how do I make sure that I can build a dream team of staff members in our microschool? Missy Mom back with Khan Academy talking about microschools as usual. And today I want to talk about staffing. So this is a question that I get, especially as people start to realize that they need at least an assistant in their microschool. And it took me a little bit of time to really get to a point where I felt comfortable with hiring and how to do it. We have an online school where we have about 16 teachers, and then we have an in-person school that has about 4 team members. So I've really kind of figured out a way to make it so that our staff fits with what we're doing. So the first thing I usually do is a quick interview. So first I have people send me a resume. I usually find people by going to Facebook because I have a really big community of people who understand who we are, things like that, or that will tell their friends that we're hiring. I usually post on Facebook, hey, we're hiring for this position. This is what we need and this is what we're looking for. Then people will usually start inboxing me, or I'll tell them to just shoot me a resume to my email address. So then they shoot me a resume. On their resume, I'll kind of look through it and get a feel for what they have or what skills I kind of see. Usually if I see like Reggio Emilia or Montessori or any of those kind of like non-traditional, or homeschool, even if they put in there, or led a homeschool co-op, once I see those non-traditional things that really match up with our philosophy, I feel like, okay, that's cool. So then I'll usually do like a quick interview. Generally I do this by Zoom because who got time to really be like, and usually I can tell pretty quickly through Zoom, like if that person's going to be a fit. I usually give it about 5 minutes before I know. I'll ask all the questions and we'll have like conversations around project-based learning, how they feel about children, what do they like about kids, what do they like about teaching. And that will really give me a feel for who they are, any experience they've had, how do they deal with children who are considered maybe tough or hard to manage, how do they think about classroom management, what do they know about child development. Those are some of the questions I usually throw out that will really give me a feeling for who they are as an educator. Then if they kind of pass that step, I usually will invite them. First, I'll invite them for a background check usually, and then I do my background checks through something called Clear Checks, and usually it's like $100 to run like everything on them, like state, city, county, all types of stuff on them. They get an email and it all goes to them. I don't get like, and all I get is that it's been cleared. Finally, we do something called a demo day. We do a demo day for our kids and a demo day for our teachers. So a demo day. Somebody else just asked me about this yesterday. Like, how do I hire? Do I have an application? I don't have an application. I just have them send them their resume or their curriculum vitae. And that usually will give me an answer for kind of who they are, their background. I don't need you filling out a whole application that kind of repeats all of that stuff too. And now with Zoom, it's so easy to just like do a quick interview with somebody anyway to not really waste anyone's time. Okay, so then at that point, I usually will do a demo day. And a demo day just really means that the person is invited to come in. Sometimes I'll even do like a demo week, a demo few days to kind of see if it's a fit. I'll know once they walk into that space if they are a fit in our space. A big part of our philosophy is having a joy-filled space. So when people pop into our space, if they have that immediate joy and it just, you can sense it and they're happy to kind of be doing what they're doing, then that's a big way for me to tell if they're going to be a good fit. I haven't recently, but sometimes, especially in the past when people didn't really know who we are, we would walk in and they seemed like a good fit on paper and all that good stuff, but then you'd walk in and their attitude immediately changed around the kids, or they seem to get frustrated a little bit too easily, or, you know, things like that. So like I watch for all of that and just kind of really observe them and how they interact with the kids and how they interact with even our staff, because they have to be a good fit for the team members that are already there as well. And if that's not really a click, or if it doesn't seem like it feels comfortable for everybody, then I don't want to put anyone in a position where they don't feel comfortable or happy or anything like that. But then at that point, I usually know. And that's kind of how I do my hiring. I do a Facebook post. If a Facebook post isn't working for whatever reason, which now it generally does because we have so many people who know what we do. But if that doesn't work, then Indeed has been great to us. If you are like thinking about hiring for like an online school, TikTok has been amazing. Or if you can get it to target for the people locally. And then once we do our interview, first we do our kind of looking for people, then we do our interview, usually quick via Zoom, then we do a demo day where they come in for the day or for the week, and we'll really get a chance to all work with her or work with them and see how they work with our kids and how they work with our staff. And at that point, we usually know if they're a good fit or not and if they're going to work out. We really are at the point now where we do like a 90-day probation period to really see if it's 100% of a fit, things like that. We have like a policy handbook and all that good stuff that kind of makes it clear of who we are and philosophy. We also do like an orientation now where we sit with, you know, where we sit with the teacher and just let them know these are the things that are really important for us, and we need to just make sure that it's culturally a fit for our space, and just give them as much tools and training as well to make sure that they understand who we are and how we do things is really a big key thing for us. So that's kind of it. I hope that helps somebody, because staffing is like, I've always heard that it's like a challenging thing. We've really been lucky with people. Usually people come in and they're just a great fit, but I think that's because a lot of people know who we are and we've been doing it for a long time. So if you're kind of new and you're not 100% sure, I do always tell people to like really follow their gut, especially in the beginning. If somebody gets in your space and you know that it's not a fit and you feel it in your gut, like you have this vision to start a microschool, you generally have the vision to know whether or not something's going to be a fit. So don't try to push it. Don't really give too many chances on that. If it's not a fit, it can really affect your brand. It can really affect the kids that you keep or not. I've had like horror stories of teachers who just are not, or don't really love teaching, being in a space with kids, and parents see them interacting with the kids, and that will make a parent like not want to be in your space, or you will feel uncomfortable talking to them or asking them to do things. If you're in a position like that, then you don't want that kind of energy. So I think staffing is super important, and making sure that you find your fit. So hopefully that helps. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.